Thank you so much for joining Journal of the Scots. This is episode 7 of the Mos Eisley Cantina mock build series. So, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, then I invite you to check out the playlist on the channel and seeing how this has progressed. It's been pretty amazing. Started with just an idea, a man and a plan, and then or a Mandalorian and a plan. And now things are starting to progress. So last week was the messiest episode ever. This is maybe the cleanest episode ever. No, it's still pretty dirty over here. There's still a lot of craziness back here, but I put in some work and now I'm starting to make progress. So the armor has now started to rebuild his covert that was ruined on Navarro. So I will switch positions in a moment. Here's kind of from a distance how this looks. So you basically will have two entrances in. We'll get to this very soon. I'm itching to kind of go in this direction and also start filling in this part. Um, Otherwise, we'll see some very familiar things with the cabinet that opens up and everything like that. So I will bring the camera down. Just give me one moment, and we'll go through some of the fun features without hopefully giving away too much. So, okay, we are down on the ground floor of the Mos Eisley Underground. And just to start out, this is going to be the standard entrance, and it'll look right into the main area, just like the TV series. And right now, I've just kind of put this as a placeholder. This area still has a lot of development to go. As I kind of cruise out, this will be a tunnel right here, almost like a sewer. This is just a placeholder for there will be an entrance here. It'll flow in where some of the Mandalorians will kind of meet out. There'll be like more of a tribe Mandalorian area with a bounty hunters guild type area here. And then again, there's more of a secret area in here as well. And I think the plan is to have a staircase up to the cantina over on this side. So going this way to give you a look from this vantage point right here. There we go. So this is the back side of the cabinet. This will definitely get built up. If we look from the inside, we'll get that in a second. So this is the back side right here. And you'll notice this is the table where the helmet was. There's a little area right here where they can kind of operate and play, and work through, or the cabinets do open up. I did modify the bottom of the cabinets, which you'll see later. I took the parts and put them somewhere else. So I kind of made, if you can see that in there, I think it's really hard to see. There's kind of I made a little bit more of a design work in here. So I'm starting to put some different splashes of colors to kind of change things up. The other thing that you will notice right down here is that the platform from the set is I put the grates in here that I found from the pick-a-brick wall, and I ended up raising the base from the set just one plate. So it should go much better, and it was clean. There wasn't any like exposed studs, anything like that. So the kind of the premise that I did, it didn't completely work all the way around, but I have grates, these grill pieces all the way around all of the walls, and then I kind of changed it up from having studs in some areas, and then having more of a clean look in some other areas. So it kind of allows me to kind of put the characters wherever I want to put them and pose them. wherever I wanted to. So it's a nice little deal where I can put the characters wherever, just like that. And I'm using kind of the tribesmen for placeholders right now, getting kind of a different view. Here was the seating area. I actually expanded it a little bit. This will end up being closed off, so there's just one extra tile here that they could use. They could he could put his drink right here, or whatever the canister is. But I added a splash of color underneath. It's probably really hard to see that. And then, of course, on this side, there'll be another entrance here. And this will be kind of like a tribal meeting area, the Mandalorian meeting area. Here's a better look at the forge from this vantage point. I almost wonder if I should move this over. Now that I look at it, I almost think like it should have, like this part's too far over. So maybe if I move this here, and then this, of course, here. Let me give a better angle. So I may have to change this up. So TBD. I just kind of figure that out sometimes by looking at that different vantage point. The under cabinet. Whoop, don't want to knock my camera. I used as bins here, so I figure this is a workstation right here. This will kind of be some. There'll be some. They can put tools in here. You can put weapons in here. This area is going to be kind of a weapon area. So he'll be able to kind of arm the Mandalorian from here. And of course, what's really nice about the armor set is that there's a lot of little areas to kind of put tools all in these different areas. So I'm hoping to kind of load this up full of weapons and tools. Ultimately, this is the forge, so this is where all of the Mandalorians from the covert kind of go to kind of, get their business done, get their armor upgraded, their jetpacks, get their weapons, all that kind of stuff, and their different tools. So far it is coming along well. I'm really glad I actually expanded everything out by at least one stud, and it made like a world of difference. Because before it was almost right here, and it was just so cramped. But by adding a stud on every side, it really expanded it out pretty well. So I'm really happy. There's plenty of room to kind of have little scenes and stuff like that. So thank you so much for joining. That is the update for the Lego Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina episode 7. We will catch you next week on episode 8, and hopefully there'll be a lot more progress on the forge, and maybe we'll start expanding it out. So thanks again, and we will see you next week.